Okay, so yun, welcome na naman to another episode of Puro Laro. Medyo meron tayong special guest today. Lagi naman kami may special guest eh. Pero it's very interesting and it's very trendy that we're actually seeing these types of games coming out where there's only one developer and it's being greenlit in Steam and we're seeing it. There are times that we know something about it, but this time Pinoy po ang gagawa ng isang game, and it's a very ambitious game that it's probably gonna touch on AAA graphics as stated. So yeah, welcome to the podcast, Chris, from Nucleon Soft. So yun, welcome pare.
Thank you for that very warm introduction.
Oo naman, kailangan eh. So yun pare, kumusta? How are you? Lockdown na naman tayo ngayon. ACQ na naman ang balita by end of month. So yan, how are you, man? How are dealing with 2020 first and foremost?
Kanina ko lang nakita sa mga live stream yung ECQ na i-implement. So buti nila nakapag-stock ng food kasi medyo mahigpit na naman sa sa mga grocery sa paglabas-labas. So
patay na naman tayo nito. Tuwa na naman ang mga delivery boys nito.
Of course.
Yun. So, yun pare. Let's talk a little bit about your the game itself. So, you're calling it for now, I think is it a working title? The Plague, right?
Well, actually, yung title na The Plague, hindi siya talaga The Plague nung simula pa lang.
Talaga?
Yeah. I was actually thinking of different title kasi parang common ng The Plague. Tapos, may mga lumalabas na titles na A Plague Tale Innocence, if you saw that game sa...
Oo. Ay, nakita ko gano'n.
Stream na nagba-vlog. Sabi ko, common, pero may suggestion sa partner ko, magandang game. Anong magandang game title, which is naisip niya yung The Plague talaga. Kasi naisip ko rin yun na una, tapos naisip niya nang tinanong ko siya without me saying na yun ang gusto ko. So parang feeling ko, it's really meant to be The Plague yung title. Kaya sige, kumuha na ako, go na. Sige, yan na yung title. The Plague.
Makakahindi ka ba naman? Ayun. So, I wanna ask you kung ano yung inspiration mo dito. Kasi, we're gonna post some of the screenshots when we post this episode. So, and from what I can see, it's looking good. And yung dark theme mo na napili, on how it actually looks, it adds on to the atmosphere. So, ano ba yung mga inspiration mo dito? Bakit mo naisip na ganito yung theme mo na ganun? Kasi I mean, there are games like Dead Island na medyo maliwanag eh. So para makita nila lahat yung environment, pero yung theme is like zombie apocalypse. So ikaw naman you're touching on the horror genre, suspense genre, yung mga ganyan, mga Resident Evil, lalo na yung mga bagong Resident Evil kasi may mga theme na talaga sila pagdating sa palettes na ginagamit nila, sa color scheme nila eh. Yung sa'yo, sobrang dark and ominous yung dating eh. Sobrang parang start pa lang yan ito, parang ayaw mo nang laruin eh. Di ba? So, ano yung mostly inspiration mo dito?
Yun nga, since that's very interesting question kasi pinag-isipan ko yung theme dahil may mga nauna ng titles na ginawa ng Capcom, which is Resident Evil, Silent Hill. Mga ganun ng klaseng themes eh. That's the that's the first what do you call this? Magiging impression ng tao ay parang Silent Hill, parang Resident Evil. So, ang pinag-isipan ko kung ano ko siya gagawing unique, which is very mahirap pa rin for me up until now kung paano yung magiging approach ko para gawin siyang unique. Ang naging inspiration ko dito is the current event that we have right now, bro, which is yung ito nga yung nangyayari pandemic. Yep.
Ooh.
And then it happens na the level design that you see in my screenshot is actually the place here. I copied the structure, not exactly the structures. I copied from where the structures are placed. At yung pinaka-landmark yung simbahan, which is really existing dito sa place. Yung
seryoso?
Yung gasoline station, that's the same, entirely the same in where I am right now. So, dun nag-start yung level. Dun ko kinuha yung initial na inspiration ko para gawin yung design na nakikita mo sa screenshot na pinost ko. Tapos,
so, nandito yung bahay mo?
Nandiyan dyan. Kung saan mag-i-start yung player, that's the exact location kung nasan yung bahay.
Hindi, sinama mo talaga bahay mo. I mean, that's unique kasi very few people would include their, very familiar landmarks. I mean, meron parang familiarity kung ano yung itsura ng, usually sa States, di ba, yung mga ganun, yung mga city blocks katulad ng mga games ng The Division, yung mga ganun. So, it's not exactly 100% one-to-one, ganun. Pero the streets, how the buildings are, ano yung theme ng buildings and all that, yung parang, yan talaga yan, downtown, downtown Chicago yan, downtown ganyan yan, di ba, yung parang ganun. New York talaga yan. So,
it's true. In some Gran Turismo game, yung mga PlayStation 1 era pa, some of it were landmarks sa US. So, kaya yun, doon ako medyo nakakuha ng inspiration on how I will design the levels. Tsaka medyo dark pala siya kasi I'm thinking na apocalyptic siya eh. So, there are no lights outside. So it will be very dark talaga. But some are early. But some group, na international group, they are criticizing it. Why is it so dark and all that? So may point din naman. Like yeah, I understand na it's dark. So I'm trying to improve it. Ngayon, plano ko sanang i-release yung teaser ngayon pero hindi inabot. So bukas na lang siguro. Makita nyo yung enhancements din sa overall contrast ng game.
Oo naman. Pengi naman kami dyan para ma-post din namin. Panalo yan.
Sure bro, sure. Tomorrow.
Sige. Ayun, ang ano natin, ang interest lang si Don sa naisip mo na including real life places, I think within your barangay or whatnot, diba? Siguro maisip ko dyan, tip na lang sa'yo yan, diba? Pwede mo paalam yan sa barangay nyo and all that na, kasi pwede siyang maging, let's say, way ng isang barangay chairman to, yung lugar namin nasa internet na. Of course, if it's a video game, it's gonna be there forever na parang immortal na yung lugar nyo, diba?
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Totoo yung sinabi mo. Totoo yan.
Yeah. So, let's talk about the setting of your universe. Nandiyan na tayo na you based it or you took inspiration from real life landmarks and everything. So, without spoiling that much, pero mostly pagdating natin sa mga teasers and trailers, we actually know about, where it's, are we talking about like post-apocalyptic situation or mid-crisis, ibig sabihin that place has been infected pero we have yet to know the rest of the world, let's say in this case the rest of Pilipinas kung ano ba nangyari. So syempre you would have an idea or you would have some smaller narration from the start. So what are you thinking about the universe of the plague? So how are you going to play this out, Bagap?
I hope I can give you the correct answer and satisfying answer for your question.
Ito naman napaka-early. Napaka-early Siyempre, of course, we understand that it could change through time depending on how you're creating the story. So, sa ngayon, ano yung nakikita mong setting ngayon based on the dark theme that you're actually looking at?
The gameplay may seem dark, but there are some areas na it will play a significant part kung bakit siya madilim. Tapos, tapos in terms of storyline, siguro hindi na common sa inyo yung Last of Us, right? We all know the Last of Us game.
Okay. Somewhere on that, okay. Kasi
nakita
ko rin yung similarities doon. I didn't want to mention it, and I wanted the listeners to know. Pero since you said it, I mean, the tall grass and all that, I mean, you can see some stealth mechanic being put forth there kasi merong monster dito sa gilid tas nasa tall grass ka tas mukhang umiiwas talaga yung isang screenshot lang yan nakita na kagad kung paano siya gumalaw. So parang yun, I mean, I've seen that comparison, which is very latest kasi yung The Last of Us. I mean, it even won several awards, di ba? So,
yes, yeah.
So, I mean, okay.
Hindi ko man matatapatan yun 100 or kahit di man ako alam ko hindi ako abot maski 50% sa quality nun dahil ilang taon ginawa yun, bro. Tsaka ang daming team talaga yung gumawa nun.
Big team,
But yeah, as I said sa post ko, I'm really ambitious and hoping na kahit mga 10% lang ma-achieve ko yun. As a Filipino developer, I would be very proud dahil parang milestone sa atin ng mga Filipino. So, isa din yun sa mga reason kung bakit ko ginawa tong game na not trying to boast na kaya mag-isa, but I'm trying to prove na at a small cost and at hindi ganun kalaking manpower, kaya siyang gawin ng basta meron lang perseverance siya, motivation. That's it.
Yun. Kasi interesting yung isa mong sinabi na there's a reason why the theme is dark or the environment is dark. So are you thinking that it's gonna be part of a game mechanic on why it's dark or something like that? Why? I mean, because there's a game like that the dark actually plays as a game mechanic, meaning yung mga zombies na nakikita mo is they grow aggressive when it becomes dark. So is it the same on your game somehow that you're gonna use darkness as a game mechanic other than of course stealth as part of the stealth mechanic? Does it play a big part on the story as well?
Yes. May there's a twist na may significance kung bakit ganun yung itsura niya, yung game ba't ganun. I cannot disclose it yet. Pero
yuck. Tayo Anong theme? Ano ba dito anong main theme mo dito? Malayo pang umaga? Yeah. kasi I mean it's a hope song pero I mean it plays a good part pagdating sa isang I mean you could remix that song and make it sound like a horror, di ba? Para malayo pa. I mean binibigyan na kita ng idea.
Sige. Bibigyan na ng idea. Ito na.
Yeah. Bayaran natin si Casey Tandingan, di ba? Kantahin mo nga yan ang nakakatakot.
Actually, bro, meron may gusto ko lahat ng parts ng game is pure Filipino, pero hindi ako nagkaroon ng chance dahil gusto ko siya gawin Tagalog pero hindi ako nagkaroon ng chance eh. May lumapit sa akin na voice over talent. However, mukhang hindi siya okay sa terms na thank you muna for now or
TY muna.
or free access free access for the game once it's done and then babayaran kapag kumita yung mga ganun. Siyempre kasi wala pa akong I'm very transparent na siyempre hindi ako, wala akong pambayad for talents. So hindi ko nagawang maging pure Filipino na game. So ayun nga. Pagdating sa kanta, hate to say it but I am composing the ending song na rin. So talagang sobrang
dapat lang. Para sa naging one-man team ka.
Sobrang resourceful na. Yeah.
Pero okay yun. I mean, that's I mean, everything you're planning to do this, to do on this game alone, will just be part of your resume in the long run. I mean, as simple as a game, as as Flappy Bird, di ba? Hello, di ba? One-man team, ayaw pa niya. Soli ko na lang yung mga pera niyo, di ba? Hindi ko naman alam na ganito masasabog to. Di ba? I mean, it's the same idea. So, eto nga, I mean, my expectation, even if it's very early, my expectation here on this game is even if you finish just like the first act or even the first chapter of this game, and then you go for, shall we say, you go for such a thing as like Kickstarter, and I mean, put the first chapter on early access or whatnot, and you're still working on it. And if you're you put all of your effort on that first chapter, and you think they're gonna, kumbaga, kakagatin talaga nila yung, hahanapin talaga nila yung second chapter, I mean, that's it. You're good. You're done. You will see funding flood, diba? Flood the gates. Kasi nga, I mean, that's marami kasing stories din yan, diba? I mean, I think you've heard of it as inspiration for your game. Na, I mean, it's not really common for you to actually release a game or publish a game yourself, even if like 5-man team or what. It doesn't really matter. If your game stands on its own, it will sell itself. Kasi, I mean, yeah, I've even seen one Filipino game played on its very early version, and I can already say na pang, and there's a good team behind it. It's not a huge team; it's a very small team. Pero there's funding behind it because they have an office, yung ganyan. I had to go there. I have to take statements, yung ganyan. I had to test their game. They had me test it. I had exclusive interview with them. Pero from what I can see, it's like when I played, it's like this is not what I expected from the first Filipino game. Ganyan. Other than, I mean, kasi nga may Anito, di ba? Yung first Filipino video game talaga in history.
I was a fan of that too.
Oo, di ba? So, Diablo-like theme, ganyan, di ba? So, meron tayong ganon. Pero ito kasi yung parang first horror o ganon eh. So, I wouldn't really want to mention the title. Pero, yun nga. I mean, from the very start, even the voice talent was not that good. Di ba? So, parang, and they're releasing it on all platforms. I was like, oh, are you serious? Di ba? Di ba? Di ba? On all platforms. Oo. So, complete, may ganyan, may pambayad sila dyan, may ganyan. So, meron silang nag-greenlit sila sa Steam and everything like that. Pero, the game was like, if you can see the, talagang dinestroy talaga ng mga reviewers. I'm not saying that it's gonna be your game, pero I mean, it doesn't really look good, doesn't play good. And it was like made in 2004. So that's how bad it is. And they're using real-time graphics. So it's parang hindi lang magaling siguro yung, okay naman yung artist, pero siguro hindi lang siya na-direct ng maayos kung ano talaga yung end vision. So yun. So and it actually does not play good. First person pa naman siya, para sa sayang. Sayang yung ano na yun.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have spent like 2-3 more years on that project and they could have made it. Pero yun nga, it didn't leave early access up to this time. I think they released it pero parang, are you sure? This is not a released game. Ang dami nagsabi na ganun. So, yun.
Oh my God, that hurts, man.
Oh, kasi, I mean, pero ikaw, from what I can see here, and I'm really excited about the teaser that you're gonna show. Pero from what I can see already, that the art, given that you're doing all of this yourself, nakikita ko na parang, mukhang labor of love ba? Alam mo yun, yung
Ano yan?
baby. Di ba? Labor of love talaga siya, di ba? Parang, baby ko to. So, I mean, ultimo yung mga simpleng lata lang kung saan ganyan yan. Carefully placed, yung mga ganyan. So, yun. I mean, we've had Secret Six here and yun yung trabaho nila. Maglagay ng assets kung saan man. Pasta sila ng assets
Yeah.
So, ng clutter.
Tingnan yung decals lang sa walls. May ibang tao pa nagagawa dyan. Yung wall, may ibang tao pa. So,
exactly. Yung yung divided. Yung lock ng window, yung ganyan, minsan iba pa yung gumagawa. So, yun, may mga ganun. Pero, I mean, they are a dedicated team and all. So, makikita mo yung kahit maliliit lang, labor of love nila yun eh. So, I mean, alam mo, dadaanan lang ng player yun. Pero, you can see the love that went into it, the hard work that went into it. They were very careful. So, yeah, right now I'm actually seeing it on your game based on the screenshot that I'm seeing. So, diba? So, excited ako eh. I wouldn't have you here, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Elitista. I wouldn't have you. Interesting lang eh. Kaya, I mean, the reason why I had you here, Chris, is because yun nga, interesado ako on what really goes on the mind of a single developer. Pero let's go back from the very start. So why do this? Why do it alone? Why did you decide to do it alone? Is it by choice or by chance? Diba? So ano ba yung naging drive mo? Bakit kailangan mong gawin talaga to? Diba?
Let's get serious, bro.
Yeah!
Okay, let's get serious. Let me start from the very beginning talaga. Before, this was not a game, actually. This is going to be, it's not a horror type of game or a film. Actually, what we double quote, we are planning was a film called Kampilan. Kampilan is the sword used by Lapu-Lapu when he fought the Spaniards. So yun yung parang medyo during the development, parang ako yung nag-guide sa kanila kasi bago lang sila sa 3D you know. Medyo hindi naging okay. Medyo hindi naging okay kasi parang nahihirapan sila. I hate to say to them naman na, pre, kulang pa yung skills mo. Hindi tayo naiya akong ganunin. Kasi mga kaibigan mo eh. Parang sabi ko, bro, parang siguro kailangan muna nating mag-practice lahat. Dinamay ko na yung sarili ko. Para ako lang sama ng loob. So sinabi ko, bro, kailangan mo natin mag-practice siguro bago natin ituloy kasi parang, yun. To make the story short, nagkasakitan ng loob, nagkatampuan hanggang di na nagpansinan. Tapos lumapit ako sa isa ko pang kaibigan na which is an audio engineer. He works in a big company dito sa Pilipinas. Nagsara na yung company actually. Nasara ni Duterte. Alam mo na yan. Alam mo na yan.
Okay. Sige.
Lumapit ako sa kanya na humingi akong tulong kasi syempre mas may alam siya sa audio. Nagsisimula na ako mag-isip na ng bagong project. Nakakausap ko
Mm.
siya. Hindi pa buo yung idea dito sa game na 'to. So, nagko-conceptualize kami. So, at the end, in the process, parang hindi ko rin nakita yung drive niya na ituloy. So, ayun. So, naisip ko parang ako na nga lang talaga mag-isa. So,
Oo.
di, eto, dumating yung pandemic. Tsaka may mga ano rin ako bro, siguro lahat naman tayo
Sideline ba
may
'to?
mga drama sa buhay, di ba? May mga kailangan
Okay, okay.
i-achieve, may mga
Mm.
problema
Oo
na
naman. Diyos
dapat
ko.
solbahan, di ba? So, doon na lang ako kumuha ng drive. Wala namang
Mm.
ibang tutulong sa akin eh. Sarili ko na lang. So, ayun. Kaya, sinimulan ko tong game. Nagkaroon naman ng bunga yung kasi dati, kasi meron akong 10 years experience as a designer. Tapos,
Oo.
4-year experience sa graphics. Kaya nakatulong
Oo.
siya sa paggawa ko ng game na to, yung aesthetics. Parang ako na
Oo.
rin yung critic at the same time.
Mm. Mm.
Kaya I'm very glad kasi hindi lang ako yung nakakita ng vision sa game kung saan ko siya gustong pumunta. Kayo,
Mm.
yung mga nakita ng post ko sa Facebook,
Mm.
they all say na nakikita nila yung vision ko na hindi ko naman
Mm.
sinasabi, which makes me
Mm.
think na I'm going in the right direction sa game.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
I'm very glad na ganun yung feedback. Although, hindi mo maiwasan yung haters eh. May haters
Oo.
din kahit saan. So, pero that's only 1% of the 99% of people that love it. So,
Mm.
I'm really happy na naging ganun yung feedback sa local community. And it's
Mm.
also becoming my inspiration na ay gagalingan ko pa to para sa mga taong nag-aabang para sa game na to. So yun,
Mm.
ayun. Yun lang yung masasabi ko.
Ayun. Pero I mean, that's good. That's good, man. That you're not only taking inspiration from the feedback that you're getting from your posts on Facebook by showing. Kasi nga, it takes a lot of courage to actually show something that means a lot to you, to other people, and then have them openly critique on it or feedback, 'di ba? Show some feedback on it, 'di ba? Kahit alam mo naman hindi pa naman tapos 'yan eh. Kasi nga, 'di ba? You're just starting out um and alam mong wala ka pa sa kalahati ng gusto mo talagang kasi nga, I mean, if you're one person, sky's the limit, 'di ba? You don't have any coworkers or co-directors or anything like that saying you know what, I think we should slow down yung ganyan. Ikaw lang, kausap mo lang yung sarili mo na di ba? So, no one's gonna stop you from achieving what you initially achieved. And I've seen it. I've seen it on so many, they call this, on so many developing creators talaga, yung mga genius creators of our time, yung mga developers of our time, yung mga sobrang tatalino na lang talaga nila, 'di ba? So minsan pag uh, binigay nila yung idea nila sa ibang sa isang team, sa isang ganyan, it doesn't really turn out the way they wanted. Yung katulad nila Peter Molyneux, yung mga ganyan. Masyadong ambitious yung mga projects na nasa isip nila. So, I mean, for your listeners, I mean, Peter Molyneux is, of course, the creator of Fable and yung Black and White series. So, he's always creating stories here that the player is the decision maker. Sabihin parang God type fate, yung mga ganyan. So, malaking impact yung decision making ng player. Siya talaga nag-start talaga niya mga ganyan bago pa yung mga BioWare.
Hirap.
So,
Ang hirap ng nun bro, development na kung
oo.
decision-based yung outcome ng isang
Totoo.
gameplay.
Mm-mm. And
Malawak
Peter
yun.
Molyneux is getting backlash from the gaming community and also the developers themselves that he's really hard to work with. But all geniuses are hard to work with because they want to see their dreams or their goals on their creation to come forth. Ikaw, you don't have that, 'di ba? You don't have that yet. Kasi syempre, in case you decide to actually hire a team or anything like that, depending on your situation and all that, 'di ba? So parang if that's the case na mag-hire ka, so makakakita ka talaga ng friction between na hindi. Kasi syempre
Yeah.
may mga magbibibo rin dyan. Hindi sir, kailangan ano kaya mas okay kaya kung ganito, okay, ganyan, mas madali. Kasi minsan
It's true.
it's either mas madaling gawin yung naiisip nila, or hindi sila agree dun sa idea mo na hindi, sa tingin ko mas maganda talaga tong idea. Idea ko rin sir, eh. 'Di ba? Yung parang ganon. So it's
Right.
either a clash of ideas or it's either somebody is like, you're asking too much. 'Di ba? And this is gonna be hard to do. 'Di ba? Pero I mean, if it's a vision, it has to shine through, because like you said, nakikita na nga ng mga tao, hindi pa nila nalalaro yung game, nakikita lang nila yung mga screenshot, parang,
Yes.
uy, interesting to, ah. 'Di ba? Ang ganda
Yeah.
ng setting ng environment, ah. 'Di ba? Parang, I mean, ako mismo, when I saw it, I was like, parang, the way you actually, I don't know if you did it on purpose, pero nung nakita ko yung parang yung mga camera nito sinadya na parang kala mo naglalaro na kami, ah. Di ba? Yung parang gano'n. Kasi usually, pag nakikita mo yung mga screenshot, pinapakita nila yung mga world, pinapakita nila yung mga concept art nila, para lang hindi kagad ma-judge yung ganyan. Pero you've actually shown screenshots of early gameplay na nandun na kagad sila. So parang, tapos na ba tong game na to? Di ba? So nagtatanong na kagad yung mga tao. So
Yes.
yun nga. So I mean, unwittingly, you did a good marketing there.
Thank
And I
you.
applaud you. Yeah, I applaud you for it, man. So maganda yung naging na pinakita mo. I mean, I think you've actually shown some screenshots of like a guy or a monster or something like that. So that's the usual thing that we usually see from game makers. It's like that. Pero yung you showing the character shoulder cut from the back and then pointing a gun on kahit katabi lang niya yung car, is like,
Zombie.
teka,
Yeah.
tapos na ba to? Di ba?
Ganun yung impression na no.
Oo,
Nakita.
tapos na ba to? Pwede bang laruin na to? Di ba? So, and you even included
It's,
parang may demo na, seryoso, di ba? So, yun.
Thank you so much, man, for saying those. Na medyo,
Hindi ko binubuhat yung bangko mo, pero nagbibigay lang ako ng feedback. Tama ka, you're on the right track.
Pero ang challenge talaga dito, bro, is if you're, kung marami kang nakikitang nagpo-post ng game sa mga groups like this group, challenge is to finish it. That's the marami nagpo-post, in the middle of the development na po-post nila, pero in the long run, hindi mo na makikita kasi nangyari, hindi na natapos, napagod na. But that's the real dito challenge, yung mga comments, positive comments, that's a bonus siya or inspiration na pwede kong pagkuhaan. Pero after a day or a week, parang siyempre wala na nagko-comment, natatabunan na yung post mo, parang nakaka-demotivate din kasi yun as a developer. Pero that's the real challenge to make it a lot more better pa. Dun ko na siguro dahil talagang gusto ko talaga itong tapusin para na rin sa game development dito sa Philippines. That's really my purpose also. Gusto kong mag-create ng mark sa indie developer. Kahit dito lang sa atin, masaya na ako.
Oo naman. Kasi, I have my reservations when it comes to not Pinoy development, yung game development or whatnot, pero on how our small part of the entire Southeast Asia region is not being looked at as a marketable area for games when we at the ground level can actually see na dapat talaga minamarket dito ang video games because we have so much players versus the developers. Yes, meron na tayong mga local, mga ganyan, yung mga nagtayo na yung mga Ubisoft, may Ubisoft Philippines na and all that. Pero that team is very small compared to what they have in like Montreal, 'di ba? Yung mga what they have in France
Yes.
or the Paris office. So talagang mga huge heavy hitters na to mga to. And their population actually plays games. And not only that, actually buys games, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Southeast Asia is actually known for free to play, 'di ba? So pero 'di ba, if I mean, if somebody debates me on produce the numbers and all that, sige, gaano karami ang bumibili ng microtransactions pagdating sa video games? And it's larger than the number of games that they have. I mean, maraming gumagastos dyan, simpleng skins lang.
Yes.
Di ba, maraming gumagastos dyan. Eh, yung mga presyo niyan, pag inipon mo yan, ilang games yan? Yung nagastos na nila dyan. Di ba? And it's a simple math lang na ang nakakalungkot lang kasi, I mean, ang kinakatatampo talaga sa Pilipinas pagdating sa video games is like, wala tayong sariling server. We have to share with Hong Kong. We have to share with Singapore. We have to share with like Malaysia. Diba? Yung parang, pero kung makikita mo, pagdating sa social media, tayong pinaka number one. Ang dami ditong TikTok lang, punong-puno. Diba? Minsan tayo pa nagsastart ng trend sa mga yan. Ginagaya tayo, 'di ba? Tayo pa yung source mismo ng content nila mismo. Mention mo lang Pilipinas sa kahit anong YouTube channel, yung tinatawag nilang Pinoy baiting. Pasok.
Yes.
'Di ba? It just 'di ba? It just doesn't work pag Pilipino yung gumawa, 'di ba? Yung parang pag galing sa Pilipino. Maganda ba 'yan? 'Di ba?
Yes,
Pinagdududahan ka agad.
Dikit agad yung notes.
Oo, pero pag ibang bansa yung nag-post, tapos sinabi nilang, Philippines, ganyan. Wow! Diba? Galing. Pero yung, God, diba? There's only, I think, only one game, or very few games that mentioned, or even included Philippines as their entire content. Entire content do sa game nila. My God, I think, something Warfighter. I think Call of Duty Warfighter, something like that. I'm killing it. Pero they have an entire map or entire mission that is here, and it's situated in Basilan. So parang yun. Tapos yung mga kalaban nagtatagalog. Kaya lang nagtataka ko hindi naman Tagalog yung mga salita doon. So parang Bisaya dapat or Tausug or yung mga salita ng Muslim. Dapat yun yung sinisigaw doon kasi yun yung kalaban nila eh. So parang I was like, ba't sumisigaw ng, dito. Gumagano parang, are you serious? Wala nagtatagal dyan. Ayun. So parang, para lang to actually get the attention of like Filipino developers and all that. It's really hard to start off as a developer here. And I'm not saying that you're not going to succeed in this market. I'm saying that is the game that you're making appealing to all demographics? Meaning, kasi ang unang-unang makakita nito talaga yung mga yung mga streamers or whatnot na mahilig sa horror games. Yes. And if they see your game and they see your ganyan-ganyan, diba? Kasi ito yung game I've seen this type of setting before and very few actually do it. There's a Fallout 4 mod that turns your entire game into turns Fallout 4 into like a horror game. So yung babaguhin nila yung mga fog, yung mga what I call this, yung mga volumetric lighting, so sobrang dilim. So nagbago talaga yung game. Di ba if you've played Fallout 4 or for those listeners that actually played Fallout 4, you can see na yung mga puno dun is wala namang leaves. So pag sa malayo, makikita mo talaga parang horror game talaga siya. So, sira-sira yung mga kotse. Di ba?
Bro, hindi ko pa kasi nalaro kaya hindi ako makapag-comment.
Oh, pero I mean, I can see it in your game na parang ganon. So, the reason why I brought it out is because Western gamers will actually see your game as a very enticing game. So, how are you? I mean, what are your plans here? What are your plans here in the long run? In case it's gonna be too hot to handle. Meaning, paano pa nag-blow up to? Tapos the expectations there, you're just one man.
Actually, dudugtungan
I
ko
think
yung sinabi mo kanina.
Baka kasi nagpe-prepare ka masyado sa failure tapos pag nag-blow up, ano gagawin mo?
Yeah. Right now,
Mm.
hopefully that'll come. Mag-hit
Mm.
mag-hit ng sobra tong game. But currently, I'm really focused on the local fans.
Finishing it.
Yes. Yung interest na pinapakita ng groups on ko pinost. But like you said kanina, pag nakita na yung game is gawa ng Pilipino, di ba? Yung impression is medyo 50-50. Ay, pangit yan. Di ba? Yung mga ganong ganong thoughts. So, medyo i-disclose ko na nag-hire ako ng, mura lang naman sila. Nag-hire ako ng mga British voice actors, bro. Just to make this, para mabigyan ng hustisya yung Tagalog. I mean yung English. Kasi gusto ko siyang gawin Tagalog para talaga sa atin, sa mga Filipino players. But isip ko rin na sayang din yung market outside the Philippines kung sakaling mag-hit. Kaya kumuha ako ng mga British actors, voice actors sa Fiverr. So, Fiverr ba?
Okay. I know those guys. I mean, Fiverr can be, oo nga no. Hindi ko naisip yun, ano?
So, binigay ko sa kanila yung demo script, which they
Talaga?
did justice. Sobrang ganda ng deliverance. Then, which will be included in the teaser. Yung mga dialogues nila. Sobrang galing.
Ba?
At a small cost. Grabe. So, if you want, you can check out sa Fiverr if you need some voice acting na rin. So, yun. So, yun nga, kainisip ko yung market. Kaya, ginawa kong English yung dialogue. But, yung environment is, yun, with a taste of Filipino tropical country, mga ganon. Parang, medyo may touch pa rin ng pagka-Filipino. So, pag naging big to, I'm thinking na, of course, mag-hire na ako ng team kasi I want it to be very, very good kapag nakilala yung first part. May story na yung part 2 actually. So, kinausap ko na yung British voice actor. Sabi ko, be ready for part 2 kapag ganyan. So,
okay. So, sila rin yan. Repeat mo lang sila. Sa bagay, I mean, continuation.
Sila rin. Kasi yung story nito is about husband and wife. Medyo emotional. Basta medyo emotional yung story. Then, magtatagpo ulit yung mag-asawa at the very middle of the game na in a very odd situation. Tapos, anak sila. Then, yung anak nila will be the main character sa part 2. So, yun.
Pero ito lang comment ko doon sa main protagonist mo. Yung main protagonist mo, I mean, if you're gonna stick with that face, okay? You need to feedback comment lang to.
Sure.
It's the face that you created. I don't know if you actually noticed it. The face that you created is racially ambiguous.
Okay.
So, lahat ng, I mean, it, pwedeng sabi ay gawa ng Filipino, sasabihin niyo, mukha kang Filipino. Pero pag sinabing, ano ba, they don't know that it's, I mean, you're not naming yourself or anything like that, and you're just a one-man, this was created by a one-man developing team or ganyan. So makikita na lang, ooh, di ba? So they can automatically rate kasi nga racially ambiguous yung mukha. So it, I mean, even a person of African American could even say na parang the guy's half black. The guy's light skinned. Parang it's racially ambiguous enough that it's gonna be a good selling point. So yun lang comment ko doon, parang may ano ka rin, may mga ano ka rin, lakas mo rin chumamba, no? ng, ng mga puntos, no? Panalo talaga, pare. No, yun lang kasi nakikita ko na parang,
Designer's luck lang, bro.
oo, kasi alam mo, Mexicano, makikita nila, Mexican yung bida. Finally, marirepresent kami. Pero talaga racially ambiguous siya eh. Pwede siyang, di ba? Pwede rin Chinese yan, pwede rin ganyan. So I mean, meron na mga parts ng China naman, hindi naman sila sobrang puti. Meron mga dark skin talaga rin na
Black Chinese din. Yeah.
Hindi naman sobrang itim nila, pero parang ganun yung mukha nila, di ba? So nakakatuwa lang kasi, di ba? So kasi ito, hindi siya mukhang kulot, hindi siya mukhang straight na straight. So parang panalo talaga eh.
Excited
yun lang.
Excited na ako, bro.
Oo, kasi parang, tapos if you're gonna, I mean, of course, if you have the funding, if you have the team to actually take care of that, and you want to voice it on like the main languages, like even Chinese or Korean languages or anything like that, they can relate to this particular face. And they can say na parang, yan talaga yung boses nila. Yan talaga yung boses niya. Pasok. Diba? Kasi meron mga games na parang sagwa naman siya pag German language, sagwa naman niya pag ganito. Diba? Pero
Sometimes
yun eh. Diba? May mga parang hindi bagay eh. Mga talagang siya eh, ganun. Pero ito, I think you'll succeed here because this is, I don't know, chamba ka dito or something like that. You base it on something, pero parang, yeah. Tapos, I can also see yung traces na parang if you had a lot of interviews and you say that one of your inspiration is like The Last of Us. So, yeah, I can see that the main protagonist is actually based on, di ba? On the main character. Joel, Joel to diba? Parang ganun. Nga, nakikita natin, diba? Pero hindi, iba talaga siya eh. Iba talaga, hindi siya, balbas lang nakuha eh. Diba? so, I mean, I can see it and, yeah, man. Ang lakas mo talaga, Chamba, dito. Dami mo lang points ng Chamba dito, diba? Hindi ko alam, sinasadya mo to eh.
I think it just came out naturally. Joke.
Yeah. Ganyan lang eh. Ulit-ulitin mo lang yan sa lahat na mag-i-interview sa'yo. Diba? There's really no effort. They just, diba, did what we felt. Yung ganyang hirit. So, yeah. I mean, what else? So, let's talk about let's talk about yung future plans mo here in case this takes off or whatnot. You get good feedback and all that, and people are already pushing you. Like thousands of people are already pushing you, not only in the Philippines, but also in other countries. Ano ba yung mga plano mo dito? Tingin mo, i-release mo ba to on all platforms?
Yes. Kapag naging successful yung game, I would be very proud to raise our flag in the gaming community.
Okay.
Kasi usually, nag-i-stuck na lang tayo sa mobile games, sa mga super casual games. Just, nalulungkot ako kasi Last of Us, bro, yung art director nila is Filipino.
Oo nga.
Ang galing, di ba?
Actually, maraming hidden, maraming hidden Filipino members na may mga key roles sa mga developing team. Hindi naman kasi kailangan sabihin. I mean, I know one person that is, I think, key designer sa Witcher 3. So she's Filipino. So and she
Grabe,
did
bro, di ba?
she did interviews already and ganyan. Parang research ko parang mukhang Pinoy dito sa pangalan pa lang niya. Tapos yung apelyido niya. Kasi alam mo naman yun, if you look like an Asian person and your name is Mexican, so automatic,
Mate ka.
automatic, Filipino ba to? So yung research ko yun, Pinoy nga siya. And one of my friend actually knows him, formerly worked with Ubisoft. So parang, okay, same circles. Di ba? So,
Yes, yes.
mga developing team. So parang, okay. So, yun nga, I think she's not working with CD Projekt Red anymore. So, pero yun, yun ang main resume niya, Witcher 3. And in-expound niya sa mga interviews niya kung paano niya ginawa yung, ganito ginawa namin sa mga bahay, bakit yung mga bahay sa Witcher 3, iba-iba yung arrangement sa laman, iba-iba yung gamit nila sa laman. So, yun.
Galing, di ba?
Oo. So, lahat yan ginawa namin by hand. Of course, hindi naman nila ginawa yun one by one house. Pero they had like a pattern on what this would look like. Ano yung, pag ganito yung nasa town na to, ano ba yung mga usual na gamit sa iba-iba yung babahay doon. So, dapat pare-pareho. Dapat meron din sila lahat. Yung mga ganyan. Kasi nakakakita yung magkakabit bahay. So, I mean, simple strategies like that you can actually see in development just creating clutter, 'di ba? So yun nga, I mean, ito na lang siguro question ko na lang sa and let's focus on the game. For Filipino fans, when they start playing the demo or whatnot, what do you think Filipino fans can actually expect? Are they gonna have a sense of nostalgia na parang, sinama na si ano, may ganito sa ano. I mean, are there a lot of things like that?
Well, the first impression that I want players to feel when they play the game, is they would recognize the environment. It's a tropical country. Parang gawa pa ng sa Pilipinas ba to? But that's the first impression I wanted them to feel. Dahil, at second, makikita nila may resemblance sa mga Last of Us, sa Resident Evil. But this one is going to be, this will rely heavily on the emotional storyline. Yung game menu, doon na yung hint saan magsisimula yung story.
Okay.
If you haven't seen it yet, nasa YouTube channel ko yung game menu, may element doon na significant siya sa beginning at sa ending ng story. Though, gaya nga sinabi natin, may resemblance siya sa ibang horror games. I'm very sure may iyak yung mga maglalaro nito. Like what everybody comment on Last of Us, na lahat sila this is a hindi naman masterpiece yun sa akin, pero gusto ko lang ma-express yung emotion part ng story na maramdaman din siya ng maglalaro. I think that would make the game a better experience sa mga maglalaro, yung story ng game. So,
yeah.
Yun yung ano ko.
Yun. Ganda naman nun masyado. Pa-excite ka din no? Pa-full ka no? Hindi, pero I mean, maganda yung sinabi mo na that's one of your plans for this game, that it's not only that the environment is good, that hopefully the gameplay is good, but you're actually planning that the entire story or the story itself will resonate or have an impact with your players. Yes. So, yun. Maganda nga to. I mean, here at Puro Laro, we're very excited for you to release the teaser and for everyone else to actually have a look of what your labor of love, ika nga, di ba? It's gonna turn out. And yun, thank you, Chris, for mapaunlakan mo kami na sa
Thank you
sa
rin,
guest
Jimmy.
sa guesting na to kasi nga I mean uh, very rare that we get to talk or what goes on in the mind of like not only a developer per se but a guy that's actually working on his own special project. Diba? Maraming sabi na mga ganyan kasi pero you can be compared to someone who's actually working on a book. It's just that this is digital and when you share it to the world, they're just not only gonna read it, they're actually gonna live what story you're gonna tell. Diba? So, yun.
Experience it.
Okay. So, yun. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much for guesting. Siguro,
Pleasure.
antay na lang namin ng more information. Ha? More information from you, pare. So, yun. Thank you very much, man. So, I mean, if you want to invite them, your plans for the future, if you have dates on when they can expect to see the teaser, but the game itself, if you have a target year or date or anything like that. So we understand because medyo pandemic nga, so mahirap. Pero yun, yeah, you have the floor, man.
Okay, so the demo will be released at the end of March, and I'm planning to put up everything together by the end of month. The demo gameplay. While the teaser I'll be releasing tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow noon, and then the full game will be on April, end of April. Yeah.
Yun. So I mean, we can see this on where? On Steam, or are you gonna release this?
For now, will be on Steam, but I have plans of releasing it to consoles. But let's just see how it will go. The first release.
Meron naman siyang support na kagad for like controllers for those who are, even if it's on PC.
I think it'll be only playable via keyboard. I'm not yet testing it on controllers. Yeah.
Okay. Pero you're also planning that. Oh, good yun. Thank you very much, man. And for everyone, I hope you guys learned a lot. Okay, so ika nga ng sinabi ni Chris huwag tayo masyado mag-give up. Kaya natin, kahit mag-isa lang yan. Kahit gaano kahirap yan. Kahit gaano kahirap yan. So pag nakita nyo tong teaser na i-release niya, makikita niya, I mean, Filipino man or kahit na sino can actually release something like this. So yun. Thank you very much, Chris. And yeah, thank you very much, guys, for listening. Huwag mo masyado puro kalaro. You have a good night. Goodbye.